You don't have to use one of the predefined shapes. You can construct a shape of your own by specifying a series of x and y positions and calling the methods that join the dots. A shape like this, one that can be irregular and has a number of sides, is known as a polygon. The points that define the polygon, also known as the vertices of the polygon, are kept in a pair of arrays. These arrays are declared with 6 initial values each, so the Java compiler takes the extra step of creating actual arrays holding the values. Also notice that the arrays are declared inside the class but outside of any method, which makes them accessible to all methods of the class, and they are declared as private, which means they cannot be accessed by anything outside the class. Anyway, one array contains the x values, the other the y values of each point in the polygon. This method is called with the two arrays and a third value that specifies the number of points in the array to be used as the polygon. Actually, there could be more than this number of points in the arrays, but the method will only use as many as you specify. Probably the best way to describe how the polygon is drawn by this method is to show you. You may have noticed that the name of the file and the class is the same as the name of the method. But there's no possibility of confusion because Java is 100% picky about upper and lower case. This is the polygon defined by the members of the arrays. This location is the point 2020. The second point is here, the point 80, 180. Next, we come to here, x is 160, y is 20, then here, 320, 30, then here for 240, 180, and the final point is here at 380, 100. Now this line is drawn from the last point back to the first one to close the polygon and complete the shape. Another method, not shown in this example, named drawPolyLine, works exactly the same way as drawPolygon, except it doesn't draw this extra line to close the shape. In this example, I showed what happens when the shape overlaps itself. Java doesn't care, it just draws the lines from point to point until it gets to the end, and then draws this final line to close whatever shape's been defined. And just like with any of the other shapes, a polygon can be filled. Here we have the same pair of arrays as before, so the polygon we're going to be filling will also overlap itself. The paint method is also the same as before, except the call is made to fill polygon instead of draw polygon. Notice that in this example no colors were set, so the default white background and black fill color will be used. The shape of the polygon is exactly the same, and all the interior areas are filled. Now the polygon can overlap itself any number of times, and it can have filled areas overlapping one another, and all the enclosed regions will be filled. Notice how the lines have crossed each other here and here, where there are no vertices. But the software of the graphics object figured out they were there and used the result of that observation to determine the enclosed areas.